I don't think I have heat and bond, but I do have woven interface. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. My lip gloss is like everywhere. Good morning. What up, Sean? Hey, Lynette. Hi, Diane. Hey, Kelly. I could hold a pencil. Could do that. Why am I trying to search something up, but my phone is right there? I was like, let me Google something real. Only Shanova. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. And it's a good Tuesday. It's cold. It's 17 degrees. Both kids are in school. I have one kid that will dress for the weather, and I have another kid that like trying to tell her to put on a jacket is like she did okay, here's the thing. She has a point, and hopefully she doesn't watch this. She has a point. Her okay, the high school has 3 levels. Her locker is on the first level. They only give you I think it's 3 or 4 minutes to get to each class. So her classes are not all on the same level. She could be in ASL and it's like on the first level, and then she could be in history, which is on the third floor. She doesn't want to lug a coat with her. And if she puts it in her locker, when she gets out of school, all of her and her friends are just trying to get out of school. They're like when school bell rings, the teachers and the staff is like, get out of school, get out of school, get out of school. So she does not want to lug a jacket with her. So she tried to put like the jacket over her messenger bag. You know how back in the day when you had a backpack, how you would like tuck the arms underneath the bag and just carry it. And it's just heavy for her. So she's like, I'd rather be cold walking home for like 5 minutes because we're like 2 blocks away from the house than lug around a jacket. For me, I'm like that. I could see that when it's 50, 60 degrees, but when it's 17 degrees, bring a jacket. So we're fighting this morning, like, you need to bring a jacket. And then I'm like, or I'm going to, embarrass you and pull up and pick you up because these pick one of these options. So, um, yeah, that was my morning today. It's 17 degrees and like the high is like 26 today. We're like, you can humor me, like bring a beanie, which I get it. We have an afro. Like if you watch the countdown to Christmas, the reason I was so enamored with the Sally tomato box is because the beanie actually fit my head and it like complemented my curls. This is not a normal situation. Normal beanies do not fit my head. They don't fit my child's head. And we just are like, okay, yeah, we'll put earmuffs like behind our head and just rock it like that. So we're like, okay, get earmuffs, or have your gloves that could touch the screen with their like fluffy, wear like nice socks like that are thick. But she refuses to wear a jacket because her locker's on the first floor and all of her classes are on the second and third floor. And then they have a heat pumping, and she's just like, I will forget my jacket. And she's the kid that forgets something. She forgets her Samsung pen, her earbuds. She is that kid. That's what I had to experience today. I love being a mom sometimes. It's so much fun. Then my other kid, my youngest kid, Ken, or Kendall Jr., we call him Ken, or Juice Box, because that's all he used to ask for when he was like 2, Juice Box. So, um, he will wear his jacket, but the problem with him is he won't take it off. So when he comes home, he smells like he's a gym. I'm like, why, sir? It was the heat is on in your classroom. Why aren't you taking off? Please take off your jacket so you can air out. Like they don't have that in What to Expect when you're expecting that you will have arguments with your teenager, like for stupid things. Oh yeah, I know because yeah, okay, yesterday we had like some geometric storm. Like apparently most of America you were able, I don't know if you know that you were able to see the northern lights last night. It was like the last time this geometric storm happened. I know we had one not too long ago, but this geometric storm, people in like Florida were able to see it. The last time we had this level of a geometric storm was in 2003. Some of us can remember that. For the young ones, you probably were in baby diapers or something. I remember this. I was how old was I? Was like 21. I do remember that because I totally freaked out because it happened by accident and I was actually on a date and it was like a picnic and like a Shakespeare in the park and no one knew because like, we didn't have like we had cell phones, but it wasn't like look what's happening outside, Cindy. Like it was like, oh, if you hit my Boost Mobile and you call me too much, you're messing with my minutes. Remember Boost Mobile? And I had a BlackBerry. Remember Blackberries? So, and we were looking up, and you can see it in California. It was really crazy. So that was the last time, and it's been messing up so many things. It was messing with radio stations. It was doing all kinds of crazy things. Yesterday, there was like a 5.1 earthquake in Orange County yesterday. Just lots of crazy stuff in the weather world yesterday. Okay, yeah, why are you wearing a skirt? Like, I don't understand. And then here's the thing. When it is blazing, okay, blazing for us in Maryland's 90 degrees. It doesn't really get hot. It's always humid. It'll be like 90 degrees outside, and then my son wants to wear like to take out the trash like a whole full sweatsuit. And I'm like, buddy, what are you doing, man? Like, the things they don't tell you. Like, if my mom would have been like, "Dude, babies are so much easier than teenagers. Like, teenagers teenagers suck." Like, but they have good things. Like, I like me and my daughter, like, I just got finished watching Struck by Lightning. I don't know if you guys watched it on Netflix. I was like, "Oh, like, if I don't remember my teacher talking about Garfield, like the 20th president, I do not remember. I am trying to go back in the Rolodex of my mind, trying to figure out if they talked about the president that was alive for only 3 months. See, I remember him being alive for a short period of time, but I don't remember I knew he got shot. I knew he was a big fan of Lincoln, but I do not remember, like, anything else about him. And so I'm watching this like semi documentary, like it's a story based off of real events, and I'm just like, oh my god, like why wasn't I told? Like, and I was a person that liked history, and my middle child she loves history too. So I was like, dude, we like fangirl over of like we're always singing Alexander Hamilton. Anytime there's something, someone says one word in the house, will start that resembles any of the lyrics to the song. We'll start singing it to the point where everybody in the house is like, "Stop, please, stop singing Hamilton, please." And I'm like, dude, I think Lin Manuel needs to do one about Garfield. And she's like, why? And I'm like, dude, he did like a lot, and he was only in the house for 3 months, and he didn't even want to be president. Like he just gave like an outrageous speech, and like everyone voted for him. And then like I made her watch that one part. She's like, why did no one tell me about him? I'm like, I don't know. No one told me about him. Like, and like we were watching like when the first black man ever had his signature on the $1 bill. It was part of Garfield's administration. Like there's a lot of that happened, right? And I was like, this was so good. And I wasn't gonna watch it. And I'm so glad sometimes when you give a TV show or a movie, especially a historical one, a moment of your time, and then you learn something, then you're like, okay, well let me verify this because it's Netflix. They're gonna exaggerate stuff. And then I'm like, holy crap, this is real. What? And like the first lady did a lot of stuff. She's part of the reason why we have like historical libraries. Like she was one of the first ladies that like I was like, what? It's great. I was like, it's really cool. So if you haven't watched Struck by Lightning on Netflix, I highly recommend it. It's a slow burn, but like after the first one, there's only four episodes. You're gonna be like, this is amazing. And I'll be like, you're welcome. Because I wish somebody advised me about it last year. because it's really good, especially if you like if you are like, there's no singing, but if you like the like how the storytelling of Hamilton, like if there was no singing, because the singing's amazing, but if there was no singing and you still like how Lin Manuel told the story of Hamilton, you're going to like this story because at the end you're going to be like, why wasn't I told this as a kid? Like, it's it's good. And then you start fact checking everything, and then you're like, what the heck? Like, that's all I kept saying is, why wasn't I told this as a kid? Oh, yeah, don't wear skirts to school. Like it was never that cold. Okay, cold in California is different. It's kind of like I always give people when they say it's cold in different states. 60 degrees in California is flipping cold because it gets hot. And so when I lived in the IE, we had temperatures that can range in the triple digits in the summer. But when it was 60 degrees, it felt like we were wearing jackets, we were wearing mittens because it's cold for us, especially if it dropped in the 50s or the 40s. And I remember being in the sixth grade one time trying to be cute and wearing a skirt, and it was like 55 degrees. I never did it again. Like I couldn't feel my legs. They were like that numb, but that they were numb, but I could feel the pain of every time like my thighs or my calves were touching. I never did it again. And I cried the next morning because I still felt the repercussions of that. It was like very traumatic. So sometimes you have to let your kid do something once and they have to feel that oh, mom and dad were right. Auntie was right. Like, don't do it. So yeah, it is cold, but it is cold because I feel for like I'll have friends and like I feel like they always have to come like with a warning that are from Florida. They'll be like, man, it's 50 degrees, and they'll be like, that's cold for us. And I'm like, that you don't have to say that. That's cold because you guys are warm in a humid climate. It's cold. It's cold for you. It's cold for you. You don't have to say like for me, I don't it's 17 degrees is cold, and it may not be for someone from Minnesota or Wisconsin or like in Maine or something, but it's cold for Maryland. So I'm like, it's cold. So like every state has different weather. It's cold. Like if just it's cold and some states can't function. Like that one freak storm that happens in Texas that will just totally demolish like Texas. Nothing works when they have that ice storm. It happens like once or twice a year, and it like the whole state can't function. Like it's a very weird thing. Cold is bad. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be with Patreon again. I was supposed to be with them on Friday, but was that neck shoulder pulling thing, which is starting to feel better. Not 100%, but it's feeling better. Me and the heating pad are like this. We're going to be cutting out the rollie pollie organizer by Cozy Net Design, and I'm really excited about this. It is, let me see, let me get this clear plastic. It is this little doodad. I had this in my arsenal, I don't know, for a while. So I'm excited about this. Okay, there's the thing. First of all, I get to use a pattern that I've had for a while. Second of all, this is like the traveling buddy. Now, when this pattern got picked, I had a couple of people in Patreon like give me their ideas of what they're going to use it for, and I must say they had ideas that I didn't even think of. I was just thinking, hey, I'm traveling again this year. I can be like hair products, face wash, and I don't know, something. I don't have a lot of products, so it's usually like hair and then like face and body wash stuff. I don't know. I don't know the third one. The third one will be something cool, like I don't know. But somebody had like cool ideas for like sewing stuff, like sewing scissors, like rotary cutters, like tape and stuff like that. Like have everything set up so when they travel to like retreats, they can have like their desk set up, like empty bobbins, like have it labeled and have everything there. And I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. That's actually a brilliant idea. So that when you go to the next thing, you can have everything set up. So what I like about this is that it comes in 3 sizes. There's a small, medium, and large. I love when patterns do this because I feel like you get more from the pattern than just, oh, it's just this one size. So whenever I am teaching, I always choose the medium size. I feel like that way, I don't know why I choose it, to be honest. I feel like it's in the middle. I'm not choosing small, I'm not choosing large. It's just the medium size. And I think it's cool because we're going to be doing binding. And I think there's a couple different ways that you can do this. It's either a garment or a D-ring, a garment, a grommet, a grommet or a D-ring. And that that you can hook onto like a bathroom like a hook so that you can have it. And these little cuties come off. So like you can just like rip it off and have your makeup one and have it to go. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited about the pouch because when I first seen it rolled up, how it looked like a little circle, I was like immediately I was like I want to do this. Also, this pattern has something we just talked about this I think last month. The pattern is in landscape mode. You know how I feel about that. I love that because I don't know why I like a pattern like this, but I just feel like I don't know. I just like it. I don't have no reason. There's no like logical reason or educational purpose. It just my brain just feels happy when I read a pattern this way. I don't It's not a whole lot of pages. She does have the prep sheets again, like she does it again, like I told you, with the mauve. Again, I think this person, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna next time ask them when I buy patterns, did you come from a garment background? And they're gonna be like, why are you asking me this odd ass question? She does have it when you're like you print out this page to this page for the pattern instructions, or you can keep them on your your device, but you print out pages 12 through 13 for the pattern pages for this pattern for a small. You print out 14 and 16 for a medium, this page and this page for a large. Again, I love a person that does this because again, it saves paper. It makes you less like less antsy when you're printing out this thing. You're like, oh my God, I have all these pages I have to print out. No, you're printing out just the pages you need for this particular pattern. And I absolutely adore that because it makes your life a whole lot easier. Now she does have in here, there's a lot of like rectangle pages. Like she has like, like cut out 1 by 21 or like cut out 8 by 28 inches or whatnot. Now, if you do have a problem with rectangles, again, one of the things I always tell people is that if I have a pattern that does not have where you could print out rectangle pieces, there is Creations. On her website, she has a generator where you put in your measurements and you could print out pattern pieces so that you can cut out, you can tape them together and cut out and like go around it. But this designer, I think she also comes from a quilting background because she's adamant one of the sewing tools you need is a ruler that is like 8 inches. What was the ruler size? You need a ruler that is at least 24 inches long. So because you're going to be cutting out a lot of pattern pieces that you need that length. And I think that's cool. So that's what we're going to be going through today. And I have a funny feeling we're going to be cutting for a while because it's a whole page. So I'm going to bust out my highlighter and be crossing these off and getting ready to make these. I have a funny feeling I'm probably going to make one ahead of time because I've never made this pattern. I use sometimes with when I'm doing accessories with the accessory tier, I like to make it like raw with them, never made it before. And then there's sometimes I like to make it ahead of time. With this one, it doesn't seem like it would be intimidating because it's a simple pouch on a bag with Velcro that goes up. Like the concept makes sense in my head, but at the same time, when things simply go in my head easily, that's when I second guess myself. I don't know why, but I do. You have the pattern too? Yes. I can't wait to do this one. I think a lot of people have this pattern because when it came out, everybody was like, this is a game changer because this can easily be a gift for somebody, Father's Day, Mother's Day, and everything's coming out, like this is a great gift to give someone. Like, here you go, because it doesn't even have to be a gift for like when you travel. It could just to keep your bathroom organized. If you're like my husband cuts his own hair, cuts my son's hair and my father-in-law's hair, he could put all his tools for cutting hair in it. If you put it with a really cool fabric, or if you're have the machine to do faux leather and you do it with faux leather, this can be like a very nice kit for hair cutting. If you are someone that like um does a lot of nail polish, you can just have like a nice set like for your nail polish remover, and your tools for nail polish, and wrap it up, and that could be a gift. Valentine's is coming. You can make it a certain gift for that. So like I think this is a great gift because the possibilities of turning it into a kit could be endless. Like it could be a Roblox gift, it could be a Minecraft gift, it could be like a My Little Pony or Polly Pocket gift. I think it's a cool little gift. And all the work you put into it, it's not going to be just like a simple pouch. It's going to be a pouch that could be something a little bit more and usable. Let's see. So yeah, I put the listing of the pouch in my description, not affiliate, to Etsy link. And I can't wait we're gonna do a cutout method today, and then I think we're gonna be sewing it up on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So that's gonna probably be a long sew, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna wind a couple bobbins because I feel like this is not a one bobbin one. And I can't wait to like do iron the the binding. I know that sounds weird, but I really like making binding because it's just like you can make your binding look so cool and just so customizable. I love making binding. I just gotta find what fabric I'm gonna do first. I have no idea. That's gonna be the part that takes me like 2 hours right now to figure out what I'm gonna cut out. It's pathetic, but that's what I do. So, yep, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm gonna go drink some coffee, probably stuff my face, and then wander around my room back and forth until some kind of fabric calls to me and be like, it's calling to you. This is the fabric you must use. Wish me luck. So, yeah, it is. It's like a different state when you're like ironing binding. It just is like it's a whole different state. It's like a really relaxing state. And then I think also when you put it on something and someone's like, "Where did you buy your binding?" And you're like, "No, I made it." Like it's pop my I don't have a collar, but you pop my my non-existent collar. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.